What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're talking about Glyphshade, the guild supremacy boss that we finally get to fight in this new season. For a while there it seems like we just one-tapped everything in the previous season. It's because they made it so that when you start a season, there's actually progression and you have to go through the health bars at a pretty steady rate. Now there's a couple things that I like about this and a couple things I don't. The reward structure, I kind of like. It's pretty solid. The bad thing is only one battle a day. I wish like they just buff the boss's damage by 3 and let us do 3 battles a day so we can test some, because it's really hard to figure out exactly what teams to use. Me personally, this has been one of my favorite teams right now, but again, it really only comes down to if you are running Lenya. If you're running Lenya, then it can be very, very solid here. You are, of course, remember, getting these faction talents in this one as well, so that is something to consider as part of your team compositions. Sadly, I've invested a lot into the Light and Dark one, and Light and Dark's just not really the best bosser, so it doesn't really work in this one. So this one is going to go on the same strategy that we were using in Dream Realm. When we're running Lenya, we're running Kruger, we're running Mikola for additional attack buffing, and then we're also running a Shakir for that damage reduction. This is one team that I've seen work very, very well. You just have Lily May in here just because, well, she's like just one of the best you'll ever find out there. However, there is a different strategy you can run that looks very, very similar. What you can do is run a team similar to this, and what you're going to be doing if you don't have the Lenya, you can throw in an Odie in the same way. You can kind of use him to be the teleporting character as well, and since you're already teleporting him, using a hero like Ryanair can actually play a really nice solid role here. Very, very good. Placement of your Lily May isn't as big of a deal. I know a lot of people are showing it on certain setups to be like this. If you do run this setup though, it's kind of awkward. I think you want to run it more like this was tricky. I think what you want to do is you want to swap on her, because remember, if you want to run Resonating Spell, which is turning out to be one of the best PvE boss damage dealing ones when you have Odie involved, this is kind of one of the best teams you can kind of have out here. This is really, really solid, and this is a very solid team, I'd say, overall. These teams do not require a very heavy investment in Mikola either, which is really, really good, but there's a ton of different teams you can use too. If you want to use wilder heroes, you can throw heroes like Parisa and Brian in. If you want to run the Mauler centric setups, you can run some like crazy things that are like more oriented towards this. I mean, heck, I've even seen teams where you swap the Mikola on this one if you need survivability on that one. If you only have like a single Mikola copy, that gives her the survivability to keep on going. And then sometimes you can even drop out Lily May. I know that sounds really, really weird, but you can actually drop out Lily May and go for a complete melee focus hit. So you can see we're below 50%, and this strategy that we're going to show you guys here today is essentially only if you have Lenya and you have, of course, a mythic plus, where are you, Vala. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've looked at Vala's artwork. So these two characters can do some really crazy good damage here. Again, you're going to want to be using it with the Kruger for that ripping of the defense on them. For me though, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a better team, and this is where not being able to test kind of sucks, because I don't have a very good investment in my Vala. But if you take a look at something different like my Lily May, I have a crazy good investment, and I also have her runes and stuff. So for me personally, I think going for the more traditional Lenya team is probably going to be the best strategy. Running heroes like the Kruger here, like the Mikola, I think this is going to be the best result. But of course, without testing multiple days in a row, it's just too hard to really tell. I also have better investment in my Odie than Lenya, and the other thing to remember too is with my Odie, we actually have this bonus 18% or 15% damage. I don't know, it's so hard to tell right now. We're gonna go with a more physical oriented team though. I don't know. Our Odie is like so powerful, like so freaking powerful. The other option, again, is dropping Lily May for a Vala, but I don't know if it's going to be a net positive, because we have to test this over multiple days and we have to be in the same damage range on the bosses too, because some of these heroes have execution, which deals more damage when they're under 50%. So it's really tricky. Most important part of this is making sure you're living as much of the battle as possible. You do not want to be dying early on. And of course, the one downside with using the Lily May here is she's not really getting any of the benefit from the Kruger, whereas Vala would be. And the fact that this boss is below 50% can be pretty cool. I wish I could show you 3 different teams right here, because I would show you the Lily May Lenya, I'd show you the Lily May Odie in comparison to like 1-to-1 comparison, and then I'd love to show like a Vala Lenya physical damage team to see what it actually looks like. Because this one here, like you can see, even at a powerful account like ours, we're not making that much of a dent on the boss. We're doing maybe a couple of percentage points overall, which is kind of one thing I like. I like how it's drawn out, but at the same time, I wish we could just do more attacks, because testing this has become so frustrating and so annoying that I just wish we could do more, because the more testing we'd have, the more information you guys would have to use for your own attacks on this man. Every time that screen, inappropriate. You can see here how much damage Lenya is doing, and when you take a look and see what damage Lily May is doing, most likely the Lily May Odie team is nowhere near as good as the Lenya team, and most likely substituting Vala in over the Lily May will most likely be a better hit. But again, remember, we only have one of these attacks a day, which I think is the one biggest downside of this. There is, of course, at the end of this too, so you can see it's a 31 days are left. It's like a month and a half for this. You'll get a big chunk of guild medals. You also get these nice little like supremacy trophies. I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention to them. There's all these trophy stands over here that you can actually like showcase. We have the gold one from a previous one, which is interesting. And I guess as you add more of them up, you get more of them. So let me know what you guys think, because like I said, the rewards are really good. I feel like by the end of this, I'm hoping we're getting a lot of these Twilight Essence, and on a server like ours, that'd be really great. But at the very least, you're getting tons of guild medals for more Celestial and Hypegen heroes. You're getting more diamonds, and then occasionally, there's like 10 random summons chucked in the middle here instead of the diamonds, which, I don't know, 100 diamonds and 200 guild medals versus 10 summons, or 5 summons. That's a tough one. Summons are probably better for the average player. For someone like me who really wants to invest in Celestial and Hypegen, those are kind of better. So, yeah, interesting. We'll have to see how that works out. I don't know if this is the best team. Of course, you can see we're ranked number 3 because the first couple days I didn't really pay attention too much to my team composition. Now I am, and now we're going to do better. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.